In the first video of the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, we covered the 6 most vital lessons for living the laptop lifestyle. In this video, we will cover some valuable extras. The first lesson is to challenge the status quo. Here are 4 things to consider as you jump into the 4-hour lifestyle. Number 1. Retirement planning as a goal is flawed for 3 reasons. Number 1. It assumes you dislike what you're doing during the most physically capable years of your life. 2. Most people will never achieve a high or mediocre standard of living in the retirement age. Your retirement could span for up to 30 years, but inflation will lower your purchasing power by 2 to 4% per year. And 3. Even if you do have lots of money in your retirement, guess what? I'll quote Tim verbatim here. 1 week into retirement, you'll be so damn bored that you will want to stick bicycle spokes in your eyes. Number 2. The timing is never right. Are you waiting for a good time to quit your job? Telling yourself you'll do it someday is a disease. Pros and cons lists are pointless. If it's important to you and you want to do it eventually, then just do it and correct course along the way. 3. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Parents, partners, and bosses will hold you back. If it isn't going to devastate those around you, then just go for it and justify your actions afterwards. People are fast to stop you, but hesitant once you're moving. And lastly, 4. Money alone is not the solution. Believing that having all the money in the world will fix all your problems is an illusion that even I admittedly fall for. I was recently listening to Tim's latest podcast with Tony Robbins, and he told a heart-wrenching story where a man achieved all his dreams and became a millionaire, but one day he commits suicide, leaving his family and friends emotionally scarred. Lesson 2. Dreamlining. List 5 things for what you want to have, be, and do. Don't limit yourself. Now, calculate how much it will cost per month to afford these things. Aim to reach these goals in 6 months. Start taking action immediately. Tim has a worksheet you can download from his website. I've left a link in the description below. Lesson 3. Cultivate Selective Ignorance. Ignore all information that is irrelevant, unimportant, or unactionable because less is more. If you're halfway through a crap book, just stop reading it. This personally took me a long time to learn. Tim only reads how-to books if the author has practiced what they preach. No time for speculators or wannabes. He also prefers to read only the actionable parts of a book that align with what he wants to do. Lesson 4. Interrupting Interruption. There are 3 things that interrupt us. Time wasters. These are distractions like email notifications and unimportant phone calls. Never check emails first thing in the morning and set up an autoresponder. Time consumers. These are the repetitive tasks that could be done more efficiently by batch tasking. For example, I could film 4 videos in 1 hour during the day and schedule them to upload over a period of 4 weeks. That's much more efficient than filming 1 video each week because preparation for each filming session takes time. And 3. Empowerment failure. Tim would get 200 emails per day from his employees, asking for his permission to pay money to fix a customer's problem. So Tim responded to all 200 emails and said, "If it is a problem that takes less than $100 to fix, use your judgment and fix it yourself." This cuts emails down to 20 per day. Give your employees room to make minor mistakes. The 5th lesson is how to escape the office. Many 9-to-5ers have never considered negotiating with their boss about working remotely. The world is changing. More and more companies want employees to work remotely, which is becoming known as telecommuting. The company Best Buy is now sending thousands of employees home from their offices in Minnesota. It has lowered costs and generated a 10 to 20% increase in results. But you're probably still thinking, my boss will just say no. Well, here's how you can increase your chances with Tim's hourglass approach. 1. Take a week or 2 off work by attending to a family issue, emergency, or sickness. 2. Say you would prefer to work instead of taking vacation days. 3. Suggest how you can work remotely and if necessary, take a pay cut. 4. During the break, be the most productive you've ever been in your life. 5. Show your boss the results of your work upon returning and tell him or her that you can get twice as much done without all the distractions. Then ask for 2 or 3 days at home per week as a trial for 2 weeks. 6. Suggest only 1 or 2 days in the office per week and make those the least productive of the week. And 7. Finally, ask for complete mobility. This sounds a little shady, but ultimately you want to show your boss that it's more productive and cost efficient for you to work at home and not in the office. And the final lesson, perhaps the most important, filling the void. Why are rich people often unfulfilled even when they have all the time and money in the world? Well, Tim gives us an answer based on the dozens of the new rich he's interviewed. The 2 ways to be fulfilled are: number 1, continual learning. By not continuously learning and challenging yourself, you become idle, and idleness is what kills you. No matter how much the media tells you that sipping a cocktail on a sandy beach will get rid of all your life problems, it won't. When Tim is traveling, he fills in time by learning a new language or a new skill like Muay Thai. And service, something that improves life besides your own. Donate to a charity, make someone smile, or join a volunteer group. You'll find the same advice coming from countless influential people like Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi. Let's review the 6 lessons we covered in this video. Challenge the status quo, Dreamlining, Cultivate Selective Ignorance, Interrupting Interruption, How to Escape the Office, and Filling the Void. In the next video, we will extract the wisdom from a really mysterious man who spent his days gardening, writing, and meditating in the 1800s.